comes back down. Okay, let's do some bridges. I'm just trying to think when I've got a ball. I don't know if you're... No, I'm going to do that when I've got a ball, because without having the equipment here, I don't want to show you to do something. All right, let's just do some bridges then, right? And I'm going to make them more difficult by coming onto the balls of my feet, so lifting the heels. When you're ready then, we'll come up. I'll talk you through the first one. So pushing through the lower back, tilt the pelvis, push it up with the pubic bone by squeezing the bottom. Use the bottom to get the hips up. Staying at the top, let's just do a few arm movements first. So bring the arms up towards the ceiling and bringing them out to the side. Don't touch the floor, and then squeeze them back up. So imagine the ribs wrapping towards each other as you squeeze the arms back up. And then backwards and forwards, so not letting the ribs go away from the hips. One more. And then we're going to come all the way down but straight back up again. So bring the arms down and then come down through the back, keeping the heels up, tap all the way back up. Each time you come up, it's the bottom that you're squeezing. And if you need to bring the heels down, you can. So you're just coming up and down on your heels. So now each time you come up, do 3 pulses. 1, 2, 3. Come all the way down, tap, up again. 1, 2, 3. Come down, make sure you're still squeezing your bottom rather than hips going up and down. Last set. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze at the top there. Now bring the knees out and squeeze them towards each other. Out wide, squeeze in. Keeping the hips level, bottom up. Now squeeze the knees towards each other for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and wide. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees forward and heels down, and come down from your bridge. Lovely. Stretch your legs out again, girls. Flex and point the feet. We'll change position just because I'm aware that we've been there quite a while. So you can roll onto your side. And because you've got the balls, I'm going to use my ring. You just use your balls between your ankles. We're going to do a double leg lift holding the ball, or you can use the ring if you wanted to, so it's up to you. Actually, what I'm going to do is my feet inside the ring, just because of my dodgy hip. So coming all the way to lie down, and you're going to lift both feet and then bring them down. So have a hand down until you know you can steady yourself, but if you can steady yourself, that's fine. Go for it straight away. Lovely. So working inner and outer thighs at the same time. Okay. A couple more. And we're going to play around with this. I'm just thinking on my feet here. I think it will work. Okay, so just rest the legs down, but keep the ball where it is. Come onto your elbows. And then you're going to bring the knees in and then legs wide. Lovely. So still holding onto that ball. You've got fantastic ball skills there. Maradona, eat your heart out. Or Pele, or whoever your favourite footballer is. Excellent. Now, can we add an arm? So bringing the elbow in as the knees come in. Love a bit of ad-libbing. This is really working into the waist. Fantastic. Lovely. Let's finish off those inner thighs, girls. So from here, come all the way up to sitting. See if you can still keep that ball. Oh, I love it. So you're going to do little squeezes now with your ankles, all right? So pretend I've got the ball. what we want to do, so pretend I've got the ball there, just lean back, turn on all the muscles through your legs first of all, so get them turned on first, so you've got a little bit of pressure on the ball, and then you do the squeezes. So you're not going from totally loose muscle to squeezed muscle, you've already got them squeezed. Lovely. And then yes, you pulse in and out. So Christian, it might feel more comfortable and might feel it more if you bring the ball up your legs a little bit. So just have it halfway between your calves. You might just get more there than between the feet. Lovely. And relax those poor little legs. So while we're sitting, let's stretch the inner thighs, bring the soles of the feet together, and just gently placing your elbows above the knees. You can round down if you like. Deep breath. Rolling back up. Let's go back onto that same side. We'll carry on working the leg without the ball. Okay, so you're back on that very same side we've just done. Legs bent this time, feet back so that you haven't got your shins on the edge of the mat, they're back. Lovely. Let's start with the clam. So you're going to just open that knee and squeeze it down, keeping the hip forward. Right, on the next one, we're going to open the knee and then lengthen the lower leg. Then tap the feet together and squeeze down. Open, stretch, foot to foot, knee to knee. Okay, lift the feet, same thing, open, lengthen, tap, down. Okay, next one's going to be different. So we're open, lengthen, and then lift, 2, 3, 4, and then foot to foot, knee to knee. Same thing again. So open the knee, stretch, 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more set. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring that bottom foot down. Bring that top leg to hip height. Push the leg back. And I need to move forward a little bit because I'm going to hit the wall. So it needs to be pushed far enough back for you to feel a big stretch through that hip flexor. Flex the foot and bring the heel towards the bottom, and then push as hard as you can through the heel to straighten. So a big squeeze in the glute muscle. All right, now keep the heel back but 90 degrees, not all the way back to your bottom. Top hip still pushed back, and then just tiny little knee lifts. And then little pushbacks, pulsing as if you're just pushing something away, small pushes backwards using the bottom. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest that leg down. So now we're going to come onto all fours. We're still working that same leg. Okay, in my case it's my right leg, so you should have done everything on that same leg. So just coming up onto all fours. Just put my mat out a little bit. So with the core in, you're going to bring a straight leg back, keep the back flat. Imagine you've got a tray of drinks on there, so legs straight and then tap down. Keep the rib and the hip close to each other, just as if you're doing an upside down ab curl, just keeping that connection. All right, now I'm going to lift and tap just to the outside of the mat and then tap back to center. So it's a tap out and center. Okay, I've got more weight in the arm on the same side as the leg that's moving, so my right arm, right leg, and that's helping me to not collapse into my left side. Now we're going to bring that foot all the way across the other foot, so it comes off the mat and then crossing over. So outer thigh going out, inner thigh squeeze coming over. Shoulders down the spine, elbows slightly soft. Bring the knee into 90-degree angle now, foot towards the ceiling. Bring the knee down out to the side in your dog wee position. And on the next one, you're going to lift and then straighten the leg out to the side. Bend and back down. So out, straighten, bend, in. So it's like a side kick, which is extremely difficult to do without going over to your other side a little bit. Last one. And then just bring the leg up, foot flexed, and let's just finish those with some pulses by squeezing the bottom heel up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring the leg down. Just push back into child's pose, knees wide, stretch the arms long, head on the mat. Just get your breath back. And when you come up to sitting, just rotate those wrists a little bit, give them a shake. Okay, so holding either a ball or your ring, we're going to do some half roll downs, some twisting, and full roll downs holding your piece of equipment. Okay, so let's start half roll down. Obviously you need to put a slight pressure on the ball just to be able to hold it, but the more pressure you put on the ball, the more you'll be working your arms, so up to you to how much pressure you want to put. All right, so let's just do half roll downs first of all. So slight pressure applied, arms soft at the elbows, and a half roll down and coming back up. Lovely. Okay, so let's add on to this. Next time we come down, looking straight forward, so don't follow your equipment. Bring the equipment up towards the ceiling, still looking forward, bring the arms back down and then back up. Remember to come forward over your knees when you want to. Same thing, all right, really important not to follow the equipment with your eyes, otherwise the back will straighten. And up, so just keep bending forward when you need to. Now we're going to do twists. So coming down, half roll down, then do twist to one side at the waist, not just using the arms. And let's do the same side. Let's do 4 the same side to get the burn into that oblique muscle. If you can twist to the other side without coming up, great, but don't worry if you need to. Breathe out each time you twist, try not to hold your breath. Up and roll forward. Just take a breather down there, and then I think we're all good with full roll up, so I think we'll do that next. So coming back up, applying whatever pressure you want on your equipment, coming all the way down into your full roll down. And then coming back up. So let's do, this is my second, let's do 5 of these. So after the one you're doing, you have another 3. Just doing it in your own time, remembering slower is better. It's a lot harder. I've lost count of how many I've done. I'm going to do 2 more. Excellent. Okay, so when you're back at the top, rotate your wrists, give them a shake. Just take your time, no rush. All right, so we want to do everything on the other side now. So we started with our equipment, doing a double leg lift. So just come onto your other side when you're ready. All right, so when you're ready then, I always think, I should say this before, but I always tense everything even before I start lifting, because if you're just doing it from a relaxed body, you put too much pressure on your back, so get everything tensed and then bring them up and down. This side doesn't feel so easy as the other one. I don't know if you can feel the difference. Using the core to stay still. Okay, so we're going to come up onto the elbow, making sure it's underneath the shoulder, and then bring those knees in and then push the legs out. And if you get tired, you can always rest the legs back down each time. Using the abs as well to bring those knees up. If you want to add an arm, that's great. So arm up and then bring the elbow in. Great. Three more. 3, 2, 1. Get rid of the ball and come down again. So let's straight into clams. Okay, so just lifting that upper leg, squeeze here, the outer thigh each time it comes up. All right, now we're going to add the leg stretch. So open the knee, keep the knee where it is to stretch the leg. About the breath, breathe out, breathe in, out, in. Last one, and we're going to lift the feet. And then on that next one, we'll do 4 leg raises. So out, 1, 2, 3, 4, and down, and again. Really gets the burn going. 1, 2, 3, 4, and one more set. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you can, keep that leg up, put the bottom foot down, and then start to bring the leg back down to hip height. Push the leg back, flex the foot, and then heel to bottom. Just move forward again. Heel to bottom, keeping that upper leg right back. You feel the squeeze here. Really try and push through the heels, just pausing for a minute. So you stretch, pause, squeeze your bottom, and then come back. Keeping it back, 90-degree angle, little knee raises, squeezing that bottom thigh back in case it's crept forward. And then little pushes back. So you're pushing from the hip. That's the only thing that's moving, hip socket. Pushing back. And rest it down. Without any kind of rest, we're going to come up onto all fours. Straight onto doing the leg in this position. Knees hip width apart, shoulder blades down the spine, straight leg, and lift. Just keeping the leg in line with the back, don't lift it too high. So this time I've got more weight in my left hand because my left leg's doing the work. Core on, ribs connected to the hips. Now you're going to tap out to the side of the mat. It's up to you how far you go, but just don't let the torso twist around too much, keeping it still. Really working into that glute muscle, that does. And then the next one, you can bring the foot across the other foot as well. So you're crossing to tap each side of the mat, or the outer side of the mat. Last one, out, across, back to center. Bend the knee, bring the knee down, and it's just your jog way out to the side. Stretch the legs straight, bend and down. You don't have to do the legs straightening if it feels uncomfortable. Oh, that's difficult, that one. One more. Bring the knee up towards the ceiling, 90-degree angle, foot flexed, and squeeze the bottom. So the only thing you're squeezing is the bottom, the back of the thigh. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down, knees wide, push back into child's pose, this time with your arms down by your sides, palms up. You're in child's pose. You froze for a minute there. What's the time? We'll have a quick time check.
22.
Okay, give me a nudge at 10 to. No clock in here. I didn't want you to miss a trick. Okay, so I'd like to do some arms. So if you want to stretch your glutes quickly, you can do it in a seated position. So that leg you've just done, you cross it over. You can bend that bottom leg as well.